it's BT with the BT Netflix series review, which is why I do it on YouTube, because it's going to be a little longer than a minute. And bear with me, because I know I'm very annoying, but you got to bear with me for a little more than a minute. And the series is Ozark, which is my favorite. It's awesome. Some of the direct episodes were directed by Jason Bateman. And even the ones that weren't directed by Ozark, if you don't know what Ozark is about, it's in the third season, and it's kind of like a redneck Fast and Furious, but without the cool cars. Basically, it's what it is. It's about a family. They're criminals, but it's all about family, and they love each other. So that's all they got, because they're criminals. I mean, they kill everybody else. You've seen seasons 1 and 2. Hey, you kill everybody else. All you got is family, because you kill everybody else. Even if you're in the family, you still might get killed. I mean. Anyway, from the very first episode, season 1, when they're in Mexico and the shot of the ceiling fan, you go, oh, I mean, little things like that make you go, oh shit, this is going to be great. And it was. It didn't disappoint. Episode 1, like I said, it sets the tone. They already got the casino. Marty's working at a casino. Like I said, Jason Bateman, underrated actor. He's funny. He's smug. Like you want to punt. He's just so smug with his and snarky at the same time, but you like him though in a way. Like he knows how to yeah, I know. Sorry we killed that guy, but he kind of was in the way, Well, listen, we can straighten this out. Like, how much would it cost? I mean, I love that guy. So episode 1 introduced you to, like I said, after the opening scene, you're like, damn, this is gonna be good. Episode 2 was we were introduced to the brother of Wendy, played by Laura Linney. I mean, the acting in this whole series is tremendous. Everybody is on point. Laura Linney is great because she comes off with the smile like, oh, I understand, but we're still going to stab you in the back and the front. That's what kind of bitch I am. I'll stab you in the back and the front, and I'll stab you, and then I'll bring it up. And then while you're going, I'll be like, shh, it's okay. And you'll die in my arms, and I'll put a blanket over you. I mean, she is so beautiful. Her acting is just beautiful. And we're introduced to episode 2. We're introduced to her brother Ben, who's played by Tom Pelphrey. And oh my God, this guy is incredible. He nails it. I mean, he nails it. And spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. So if you've seen it before, if you haven't seen the entire 10 episodes, well, quit watching now and turn it off and then come back later. But he's manic depressive, okay? He's a manic depressive, and he's off his meds. What the fuck? He's off his meds. He is incredible, and he comes and joins the family, and you know things are gonna go south. And whenever the family's doing well and another relative comes in, it goes into the shitter. Like look what Scooby-Doo. When Scrappy showed up, what happened? Into the shitter. Scooby-Doo is never the same. Scrappy ruined a great series. They were fighting crime, finding ghosts. Well, not really ghosts. And then Scrappy showed up, ruined everything. And that's what Ben did. Ben came in, and he's manic depressive, came off his meds, but he fell in love with Ruth. And that was great because I'm not gonna lie, there was times when I was watching, and I go, you know what Ruth needs? Because Ruth is actually played by Julia Garner, and she is incredible, a great actress. But how many times you go, damn, this bitch needs some vitamin D, if you know what I mean, like D as in that. But when she fell in love with him, I thought it was great, and it was awesome just to watch those two, like they didn't like each other at first, like in real relationships, and they kind of they found each other, and they kind of, oh my God, it was beautiful. They kind of came together. I thought it was great. That guy, like I said, Ben did a great job. I thought it was great in season 2. They were trying to get that casino in Kansas City, and that dude, Marty and Wendy were trying to convince that guy, like, hey, listen, you quit being a pushover to your wife. And when his wife pointed him in the head, like, should have married your brother. I should have married your brother. You ain't shit. And you know what was coming next. Anytime a woman says that, you know what's coming next. Yeah, I'm sure your brother had a bigger dick than you too. You know that's coming next. Women hit you either, and you don't make enough money, or you throw bad dick, and I should have married somebody else. Hey, those 3 are strike. 1, 2, 3 strikes you out. So you're either gonna catch one, or you're going to catch one, if you know what I mean. That's just the truth. You hit a man in those 3 places, that's his pride. You hit him you don't make enough money. Okay, I'm working 2 jobs, right? Or I should have married your brother. Ooh, right? Which means you were looking at my brother anyway, bitch. All right, so that's going to make you mad. And then you know the third, like I said. Yeah, you got a small dick. Ooh. Anyway, Episode 2 was great when she pointed at the husband's face and he fucking pushed her and she fell down that hill like she tumbled down like the Dow Jones the way she went down there. It was like watching Aunt B from from Andy Griffith. It was like watching Aunt B fall down the hill. I know I shouldn't have laughed, but fuck it, she shouldn't have said that shit to him. So it was real funny. And one thing about Ozark is when the people die on that, I don't feel bad because they all deserve it. I mean, they really do. So I thought it was kind of funny to watch her all down that hill and she never stopped until she hit the water like bam, 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 bam. Like Eddie Murphy skit. Oh, Eddie Murphy skit from Delirious. Oh, my shoe. Anyway, so episode 2 was great. I love watching that. And like I said, introduce Ben. Ben is great. You hate him, but that's how great of an actor is. You hate him, but he's great. Okay, episode 3. The great thing about episode 3 is you're introduced to Ariel Speedwagon shows up at the very end. If you like 80s rock, Ariel Speedwagon hits you. Nobody hates Ariel Speedwagon. They hit you right here, man. And I just remember anyway. Ariel Speedwagon shows up at the very end of the episode. It's great. It kind of centers around that, and you're introduced to the first black character, a black female FBI agent, which is great. I mean, no offense, I get it, man. I'm not bitching they don't have any black characters. It's the old. Anybody been to Lake of the Ozarks like I have? Black women are hard to find. You'd have a better time finding a full set of teeth than finding a black woman in the Ozarks. Anyway, I'm sorry, that was wrong. And then, oh my God. Episode 4 is the kidnapping of Marty. At the end of episode 3, they kidnap Marty. The episode 4 is the kidnapping of Marty. That episode was great. It showed his range, Jason Bateman's range, and it was great. It showed the love, even though they hate each other. It's a love-hate between he and his wife Wendy, but it was beautiful, man. It showed the love of his family, and it's cool to watch Marty get mad actually. And then he came out, and then at the very end, they didn't escape. They let him go, and he goes back to his family. I thought it was great. Episode 5 is the beginning, and they go, "Oh, Marty's acting strange," because he had a flashback to his childhood and explained a lot of things. Episode 5, they were, "Oh, Marty's acting strange." Like, yeah, bitch, I was kidnapped by a Mexican drug cartel. Wouldn't you act strange too? Like, you just get out and go, "Hey, you guys want to go to Applebee's?" No, you don't do that. You're gonna be kind of messed up in the head. I thought Jason Bateman played it great. There was it was also episode 5. There was an episode between Darlene and Wyatt. I mean, the difference in age has got to be at least 30 years, 40 years. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, it was like, don't get me wrong. I love Ozark. It's great, but there's no really hot chicks in the whole series. The only hot chicks in the whole series are Marty's daughter, and she's kind of too young for some people. And Helen's daughter. And so other than that, it's like there's no hot chicks there. And the only time you watch some chick get piped is going to be Darlene, that hillbilly scarecrow. And it's like watching her like a meth dealer. It's like, or meth head. You're like, I mean, it was like, that was hard to watch. I mean, seriously. You see half a boob, but you don't want to see that boob. When you don't want to see a boob, that's how you know, I mean, it was like, okay, move on. Luckily, they didn't show too much. It was, it's like, honestly, it was like walking in on your grandparents' 69ing and your grandma's on the bottom and you go, like that grandpa's ass. That's what that was like watching. Anyway, episode 5 was great as far as that goes. Other than that, it was good. Episode 6, I thought was great. Showed the marriage and the love they had for each other with they had a marriage counselor, which means they still love each other. And that, to me, shows the realism of that show. The show is a perfect blend of comedy and drama and realism. If you go to a marriage counselor, that means you still love each other and you're trying to make it work. And to me, every marriage, maybe I come from a bad example, but every marriage I know they've been separated at one time. They go through hard times, separated at one time. Somebody smacked somebody up. And you get separated, you go to counseling, and you get back together. That to me is love. So, and I thought it was funny how they both were bribing the marriage counselor, which I thought was great. So I thought that was great. And then going into episode 7, you see Ruth get her ass kicked. That was hard to watch. They introduced you to Tommy from Power. Tommy from Power, which is his real name is Joseph Socarda. He's from Power. Anyway, watched him beat up Ruth, which is hard to watch, but. And then I'm going to skip to episode 9. I'll make this real quick. Episode 9 may have been the greatest episode ever because Wendy had she had to get rid of Ben, and you know what I mean. And let me tell you, there's a scene when he's off his meds and he's going crazy, and he basically they know they got to get rid of him, otherwise they're going to get killed by the drug cartel. And what she does at a gas station, when she looks at him, she gets her eyes watery and she knows what she has to do. Let me tell you something, that is great acting. And then when they're at a restaurant and she asks him what his goals are for the next 5 years, and man, you got to watch that. She knows what has to be done. And oh my God, that is such great acting between Laura Linney and Tom Pelphrey. That's a great scene. Watch that. And then season 10 ends with a whoa. I'm not going to ruin it, but a whoa. So I don't want this to go any longer. Ozark, one of the greatest series I've ever seen, me personally. I thought it was just great acting, great everything. I mean, there is not a week. I mean, yeah, some episodes drag. Obviously, you're going to get a little bit of lull, and some episodes are better than the other. I mean, it's 10 episodes. Watch them all. Tell me what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed Ozark like I did. Like I said, I think Jason Bateman's underrated as an actor. The whole cast was on point. If you get a chance, watch it. Tell me what you think. BT saying the usual. If you're just new subscribers, thank you so much. And until the next series review, I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute one, by the way, because I know I'm very annoying. So anyway, BT saying.